Welcome to She Wrote Plays, new takes on works from a century ago by neglected women playwrights, talented writers whose theatrical contributions have been largely forgotten, but their feminist themes are still resonant today. This series of audio dramas is produced by WTJU and the Department of Drama at the University of Virginia. It's made possible by a UVA faculty research grant for the arts. This season of She Wrote Plays features plays by Alice Gerstenberg, Rachel Crothers, May Miller, Susan Glassbell, and Mary Burrill. Episode number 3, They That Sit in Darkness by Mary Burrill. Mary Burrill was a pioneering African-American playwright and writer who made significant contributions to American theater in the early 20th century. Born in 1870 in Washington, D.C., Burrill was one of the first Black women to have her plays professionally produced on Broadway. Although her work was underappreciated during her lifetime, Burrill's legacy has been rediscovered in recent years as scholars and theater historians recognize her importance in shaping the landscape of American theater. Her commitment to telling authentic stories and challenging societal norms continues to inspire artists and audiences today. A small country town in the South. It is late afternoon of a day in September. The room, which does a threefold duty as kitchen, dining room, and living room for the Jasper family, is dingy and disorderly. Great black patches, as though from smoke, are on the low ceilings and the walls. A door leads into a bedroom. In the opposite wall, another door leads into a somewhat larger room that serves as bedroom for 6 Jasper children. In the rear wall, a door opens into a large yard. Against a wall, there stands an old, battered cowhide trunk. The furniture, which is poor and dilapidated, consists of a table in the center of the room, a cupboard containing a few broken cups and plates, a rocker, and 2 or 3 plain chairs with broken backs and uncertain legs. Melinda Jasper, a frail, tired-looking woman of 38, and Lindy, her 17-year-old daughter, are bending over the tubs, swirling their hands in the water.
Lord, Lindy, how my side do hurt. But thank goodness this job's done. Run and get me one of them tablets the doctor left for this pain. This old pain gonna be taking me away from here one of these days.
See, Ma, I told you not to be doing all this work. What's Miss Elizabeth gonna say when she come here this evening and find out you done all this work after she told you yesterday that she was gonna let you out of bed for 3 weeks? And here it ain't been a week since baby was born.
I don't care about what Miss Elizabeth say. Easy enough for these nurses to give their advice. They ain't got no 6 children to clothe and feed. But when this washing get behind, I can never catch up.
I could have done it all myself.
And spent all day and night doing it. And miss getting yourself off in the morning to Tuskegee? No, indeedy.
Perhaps I ought to not been going away and leaving you with all this washing to do every week, and the children to look after, and the baby and all. Daddy gets home so late, he can't be no help.
Never you mind, Lindy. I'm gonna be getting all right by and by. I ain't gonna be standing in the way of you getting this education. Your chance done come, Lindy, and I want to see you take it. You've been a good child, and I want to see you get more out of life than I ever got. Them 3 years at Tuskegee won't seem long.
Yes, ma'am. And if Mr. Huff, the superintendent, makes me county teacher like he says he'll do when I get back, I can do lots more for you and the children.
There now. I'm mighty glad he didn't wake up till we get this washing done. I reckon he's hungry. Ain't Miles come back with the milk yet? He's been gone most an hour. See if he's took that guitar with him.
I don't see it nowhere, so I reckon he's got it.
Then God knows when we'll see him. Like it's not he's somewhere sitting by the road thumping them strings. That boy'd play if me or you was dying. I don't know what's gonna come of him if he's gonna be so lazy.
Don't go worrying about Miles, Mom. He'll be all right if he can only learn music and do what he likes. No, Ma, you sit still. I'll get his bottle and tend to him.
Aloysius behave himself. He hit me on the head with all of his might.
It wasn't me, Mom. It was Mary Ellen.
Aloysius? Aloysius! It won't do you no good if I have to come out there to you. And get down from that tree before you have them clothes in the dirt. You children love to worry me to death.
A door opens and Miles enters. He is a good-natured but shiftless-looking boy of 16. A milk pail is swinging on his arm, leaving his hands free to strum a guitar. Lindy walks into the room.
Have you brought the milk, Miles? And the bread?
Nope. Mr. Jackson said you can't have no milk and no nothing till the bill's paid.
Then God knows we'll starve, 'cause I seen your daddy give the doctor every cent of his wages last week. And there won't be no more money coming in till I can get this washing out to the Redmonds.
Well, baby's going back to sleep now. And perhaps Miss Elizabeth will bring some milk for the baby when she comes in, like she did yesterday. But there ain't nothing here for the other children.
Ma, Aloysius done pulled down the clothesline.
Come in here. Every single one of you. Miles, go run fix them up and see if any of them got in the dirt.
Yes, ma'am.
As Miles runs outside, the Jasper children, 3 in number, a crestfallen, pathetic-looking little group, heads unkempt, ragged, undersized, underfed, file in terrified.
It wasn't me, Ma. It was Mary Ellen.
Hush up. Now march yourself, every one of you, and go to bed.
But we ain't had no supper.
And what's more, you ain't gonna get no supper till you learn to behave yourself.
Can't fool me. I heard Lindy say there ain't no supper for us.
If I hear one sound, I'm gonna come in there and slap you into the middle of next week. Them children's gonna be the death of me yet.
The clothes ain't dirty. I forgot to tell you, I stopped by Sam Jones and he said he'll be around for Linda's trunk about sundown.
I reckon you'd better get your clothes and pack up, 'cause it won't be long for sundown.
I ain't going unless you get better, Ma. You look right sick to me.
A door opens, revealing Miss Elizabeth Shaw in the regulation dress of a visiting nurse, carrying a small black bag.
Melinda Jasper, what are you doing out of bed? You don't mean to say that you've washed all those clothes that I see in the yard?
Yes, ma'am. Me and Lindy done them.
And you look completely exhausted. Come, you must get right to bed.
Let me rest myself just a minute. I'll be going along soon.
It's a wonder in your condition that you didn't die standing right at those tubs. I don't mean to scare you, but...
Lord, Miss Elizabeth, it ain't dying I'm scared of. It's living. With all these children to look out for it. Look, we ain't no Elijahs, Miss Elizabeth. There ain't no ravens flying around here dropping us food. All we get, we has to get by working hard. But thanks be to God, a light's dawning. My Lindy's getting off to Tuskegee to school tomorrow, Miss Elizabeth.
I didn't know that Lindy was thinking about going away to school.
Thinking about it? Lindy ain't been thinking and dreaming about nothing else since Booker Washington talked to the farmers down yonder at Shady Grove some 10 years ago. Did you know Booker Washington, Miss Elizabeth?
I saw him once, a long time ago in my hometown in Massachusetts. He was a great man.
That he was. I can see him now, him and Lindy, just a teeny slipper gal, after the speaking was over down there at Shady Grove, standing under the magnolias with the sun a-pouring through the trees on him, and he with his hand on my little Lindy's head, like he was giving her a blessing and saying, when you get big, little gal, you must come to Tuskegee and learn so you can come back here and help these poor folks. He's dead and in his grave, but Lindy ain't never forget them words.
Just think of it. And 10 years ago. How glad I am that her dream is coming true. Won't it cost you quite a bit?
Lord, Lindy'd never get there if we had to send her. Some of them rich folks up yonder in your part of the world is sending her.
Good evening, Miss Elizabeth.
Well, Lindy, I've just heard of your good fortune. How splendid. But what will the baby do without you? How is he this afternoon?
He's right smart, Miss Elizabeth. I've been rubbing his leg like you showed me. Do you think he'll ever grow as long as the other?
I fear, Lindy, those little withered limbs seldom do. But with care, it will grow much stronger. I've brought him some milk there in my bag. Be careful to modify it exactly as I showed you, and give what is left to the other children.
Yes, Miss Elizabeth.
What will you do, Melinda, when she goes? You'll have to stop working so hard. Just see how exhausted you are from this heavy work.
Lord, Miss Elizabeth, I'll be all right soon. I did the same thing after my little Tom was born. And when Aloysius was born, I got up the next day. The work had to be done.
But you must not think that you're as strong now as you were then. I heard the doctor tell you very definitely that this baby had left your heart weaker than ever, and that you must give up this laundry work.
Yes, Miss Elizabeth, but we need this money. What, with all these children and the sicknesses and funeral expenses of little Tom and Selena? Them's the children that come between Mary Ellen and this last baby. After them bills was paid, here come Pinky's trouble.
Pinky?
You never seen Pinky 'cause she left 'fore you come here. She come tween Miles and Aloysius. She wasn't right in the head. She walked over to Burnett's place, and I ain't never been much on my gals walking around these white men, but Pinky must go, and first thing we know, Burnett got her in trouble.
Poor, poor girl. What did you do to the Burnett man?
Lord, Miss Elizabeth, colored folk can't do nothing to white folks down here. Her daddy went on something awful with her every day, and one morning we woke up and Pinky and her baby was gone. We ain't never heard from him to this day. Me and Jim, we just put our trust in the Lord, and we wants to raise up these children to be good and honest men and women. But we gotta work so hard to give them the little they gets that we ain't got no time to look after their spirits. And when Jim go out to work, churn sleeping. When he comes in late at night, churn sleeping. When I get through scrubbing at them tubs, all I can do is sit in this chair and nod. I don't want to see no children. But if it weren't for Lindy, she got a mighty nice way with him. God help him.
Well, Melinda, you have certainly your share of trouble.
I wonder what sin we done that God punished me and Jim like this.
God is not punishing you, Melinda. You're punishing yourselves by having children every year. Take this last baby. You knew that with your weak heart that you should have never have had it, and yet...
But what can I do? The children come.
You must be careful.
Be careful. That's all you nurses say. You and the one that come when Tom was born, and Selena. I've been careful all I knows how, but what's it got me? 9 children, 7 living, and 2 dead. You gotta be telling me something better than that, Miss Elizabeth.
I wish to God it were lawful for me to do so. Melinda, when I took my oath as nurse, I swore to abide by the laws of the state. And the law forbids my telling you what you have a right to know.
I ain't blaming you, Miss Elizabeth, but...
Come, Melinda. You must not give away like this. You're worn out. Come, you must get to bed.
I'm glad you're getting her to bed, Miss Elizabeth. I've been trying to all day.
Lindy, honey, get your trunk packed. Thank God your chance done come. Yeah, give that bottle to the children. Miss Elizabeth say they can have it.
All right, Ma. Miss Elizabeth, if you need me, just call.
Melinda and the nurse walk into the bedroom. Lindy is left, packing her trunk.
Lindy, what was it that Ma said we can have?
Some milk. It ain't much.
Thank God.
Nuh-uh, there gotta be less, 'cause Miss Elizabeth said we can't never eat or drink after you. Didn't she, Lindy?
If y'all get to fussing, I ain't gonna bring you nothing when I comes back.
What you gonna bring us, Lindy?
When I comes back, I'm gonna bring all y'all some pretty reading books and some clothes so I can take you to school every day where you can learn to read 'em.
Is we all going? Miles, too?
Yes, indeedy. And what's more, I'm gonna get Miles a fine new guitar and let him learn music. And someday, everybody'll be playing and singing his songs.
Some days might have his own band, might he, Lindy? Like that big wet one that comes through here from Atlanta. Old Miles comes strutting down the road.
Aloysius seizes the broom, and in spite of the handicap of bow legs, gives a superb imitation of a drum major leading his band marching across the room.
And I'm gonna have Aloysius' little legs straightened. Shh, shh. Mustn't make no noise, 'cause ma ain't well. And in this evening, we'll have a real sit-down to the table supper. Dad won't have to work so hard, and so he can get home early. And after supper, we all can sit round a fire like they do over to Lawyer Hope's and tell stories and play games.
As Lindy closes the trunk, the children shuffle closer to her. Lindy plops her full body weight on the trunk.
Shh! Was that Miss Elizabeth calling? Then we'll get some fine Sunday clothes and a horse and wagon, and when Sunday come, we'll all climb in and ride to Shady Grove to meetin', and we'll sit under the tree in the shade and learn about little Joseph and his many-colored coat, and little Samuel, what the Lord called while he was sleeping, and the little baby that was born in the stable and was lots poorer than me and you. And on Sunday evening, we'll...
Send the children to bed quickly, Lindy. I need you.
If we's go, Lindy, let us stay up when we see Sam Jones come see the truck go.
Maybe hurry up.
Lindy, your mother's condition has grown suddenly very, very serious. The exertion of today is beginning to tell on her heart. Bring me some boiling water immediately for my hypodermic. Miles? Miles! Run to the Hopes as fast as you can and ask them to telephone for the doctor. Your mother is very ill. Tell him the nurse says it's urgent.
Mama, no. Please, Mama. Please, 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 no.
I'm sorry, Lindy.
She leans against the frame of the rear door, as though exhausted, and stares out into the yard at the clothes fluttering like white spirits in the gathering dusk. Then, sighing deeply, she puts on her bonnet and cape and turns to go.
The Hopes say...
Never mind now, Miles. Your mother is dead.
Dead?
Yes. You must help Lindy all you can. I wouldn't leave, but I have a case up the road that I must see tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. Come, Miles. You had better bring in the clothes before it gets dark.
As Miles follows her out, Lindy enters the kitchen. A silence fills the air for a brief moment before Miles walks in.
Anything Bo I can do, Lindy?
I reckon you'd better walk up the road a piece to meet Dad and hurry him along. And stop at the Red Moms and tell them they can't have the wash tomorrow cause Mom's dead. But I'll get him out myself just as soon as I can. And Miles, leave word for Sam Jones that he needn't come for the trunk.
You've been listening to They That Sit in Darkness by Mary Burrill. Melinda Jasper is played by Ty Daniels. Lindy is played by Danate Haddish. Miles is played by Darnell Glover. Elizabeth Shaw is played by Mary Hall. Aloysius is played by Emery Ackham. Mary Ellen is played by Kyla Ackham. They That Sit in Darkness was adapted and directed by Mary Hall and recorded at WTGU Studios with sound design by Sage Tangway. The recording engineer for all plays is Louis Reining. The executive producer of She Wrote Plays is Nathan Moore. And I'm Mandy Schuker. Music in this episode by Blue Dot Sessions. You can hear all the plays in this series at shewroteplays.org.